Hello, my friends. The middle of the Shia on Daf Kuf Ayin Aleph got cut off, so I'm going to continue from where we're holding. So we had the Machloikes, Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Yehuda. The Shtar Me'ucha apostle or not? Rabbi Yehuda says it's kosher, Rabbi Yossi says it's apostle. And the Gemara on Kuf Ayin Aleph on the base at the top explains that it's toilet on the Machloikes if you write a receipt or not. So Rabbi Yehuda holds you write a receipt. You don't write a receipt. You never write a receipt. If the loiva pays a part of the choiv or all the choiv, you give it. He has to tear up the shtar. If he doesn't have the shtar, the loiva is not going to pay. And the Rabbi Yossi holds you do write shoiva. So therefore, a shtar me'ucha. So let's say a loan happened on Nisan, and in the shtar it says Tishrei, half a year later. So if you don't write a shoiva, so there's nothing that could go wrong. There's nothing that could go wrong, because what could happen over here if the loiva is going to come pay back and it doesn't show him the shtar, you won't write a receipt, so he won't pay back. If the only way he'll pay back if he tear up the shtar. But lefi Rabbi Yossi, they write a shoiva. The chashash is the following: let's say the loan happened in Nisan, and it says only the Tishrei half a year later, and between Nisan and Tishrei he'll pay off his choiv, and the Mavas says, I lost the shtar. So, Lefi Rabbi Yossi, you're going to write him a shoiva. We say, okay, you don't have a shtar to tear up, we're going to write a receipt to the loiva that he paid off this choiv. Okay, so now the loiva has the receipt, they paid off the choiv. Now, Tishrei comes, the Mavas comes and takes out the shtar. And the loiva is going to say, what do you mean I paid back? I have a receipt. How could it be the receipts earlier than when the loan happened? This is a new loan, the Malva says. And then he's going to charge twice. And that's why we're choishesh and shtar me'ucha, and that's why shtar me'ucha is apostle. Let's continue reading the Gemara and explain it outside. Amar Ravuna, 4 lines down, Kufayin Aleph on the base. Amar Ravuna b'red Rav Yeshua. Afilu למאן דאמר כותבים שובר, אני מיליה פלגה, אבל כולה לא. ולא יהיה, אפילו כולו כתבינן, כי דרב יצחק ברב יוסף, אבי מסיק בזוזי ברב אבא, עתה לקמד רב חנינא בר פפי, אמר לאב לזוזי, אמר לאב לשטרי, ושקול זוזך, אמר לי, שטחי יחס לי, אכתוב לך תברה, אמר לי, הרב שמואל דאמר תרווי, אין כותבים שובר, אמר, מן יאיב לן, מאפרי דרב שמואל רמינן בעיניו, הו רב יוחנן והרש לקיש דאמר תרווי, כותבים שובר, וכן כעס הרבין אמר רבי אלה כותבים שובר. ומסתברק דכותבים שובר, דיסל כדאית, אין כותבים שובר, עבד ששטרו של זה יאכל עלו וחדי? מתקיף לאביי, אלא מאי כותבים שובר, עבד שוברו של זה יאכל עלו וחדי? אמר לרובעין, עבד לו ולאיש מלווה. So Rav Huna, the son of Rabbi Yeshua, says that even if the shitta of Rabbi Yossi who holds that you do write a receipt, that's only if the loiva paid half the loan off. So we give him a receipt on that he paid half the loan off. But if he paid the whole loan and the Malva says, I lost the shtar, we can't tear it up, then even Rabbi Yossi admits they don't write a shoiva. And said the Gemara, this is not correct. Even Lefishis Rabbi Yossi, they do write a receipt, even on the full amount we write a receipt. Like the story of Rabbi Yitzchak, how do we know this? The story of Rabbi Yitzchak, the son of Rabbi Yosef, he was owed money by Rav Abba. Rav Abba owed him money. So he came in front of Rabbi Chanina, the son of Papi, and he told him, he was a dine. He said, give me my money. You owe me money. So the loiva answered, no problem, I'll pay you back, but I want the document to tear it up, and then I'll give you the money. So he said, the Malva said, well, I lost the shtar. I'll write you a receipt. So please pay. So he told him, I'm not willing for that. Rabbi Shmuel, they both said, you don't write a receipt, so I'm not willing for that. If you don't give me the shtar to tear up, I'm not paying back. So he answered, he said, who would give me from the irif of Rabbi Shmuel and I'd put him in my eyes? I mean, I have lots of respect for Rabbi Shmuel, but Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Shlokish, they both say, you do write a shoiva. And then also when Rabin came from Eretz Sholo, he said in the name of Rabbi Lo that you do write a shoiva. So from this story we could see over here that was talking about paying back the full amount, and still we said that it's toil on the machloikis if koitzim shoiva or not. So we could see that what Rav Huna, the son of Rabbi Yeshua, said, that when you're paying the full amount, there's no machloikis, everyone agrees they don't write a shoiva, is not true. Said the Gemara Svara and Mustabra, the Svara is that you write a shoiva also on the full amount. Because if you're going to tell me you don't write a shoiva, you don't write a receipt, what's going to be if the malva lost a star? Well, he won't get anything back. The loiva is going to eat and be happy and not have to pay back the loan. Doesn't make sense. It must be that we have a solution and you write a receipt. On that asks Abaye, that's not svara. So what are you going to tell me? You do write a shoiva. You do write a receipt. So what happens if the loiva gets a receipt and he loses it? So what? The malva could charge twice. So the loiva is going to lose. Why are you saying, oh, the malva can't lose? The loiva also can't lose. On that Rava told him, yes. That's that the loiva has to be very careful with the shoiva. We don't care because it says a pasuk, Eved loiva liish malva. Someone who loans from someone's a loiva is like a slave, and therefore you took a loan, you meshuvah to him, and you have to keep this receipt very well. Says the Gemara, Tnanata, Mishtari Chova Mukdomim Psulim Amochorim Ksherim, Omar Rav Amnuna, Lo Shanu Ela Shtari Alva, Aval Shtari Mekach Umemkar, Afilu Meuchorim Nami Psulim. My time, Zimnim Demaz Ben Le'ara Ben Nisan, Vekatev Le Bet Yishri, Umetram Ele Zuzi Beni Ubeni, Veza Bene Minei, Vechimati Tashri Mafik Lei, V'amar Lei, Adar Zavanti Minach. Hiachi Shtari Alva Nami, Zimnim Diazif Ben Nisan, Vekatev Le Shtara Bet Yishri, Umetram Ele Zuzi Beni Ubeni, Upara Lei, V'amar Lei Av Le Shtari, V'amar Lei Irkas Li, Vekatev Le Tavra, Vechimati Zani Mafik Lei, V'amar Lei Ani Ashta Hudi Ziaft Minai. Kasavar en kotvim shovar. So the Gemara says, it says over there in the Mishnah that shtorei choiv, a loan that's a loan document that says the earlier date than when the loan happened, it's possible, and the reason is because then you could be goiva from a shubadim before the time. But if it's written after the date, the loan happened in Nisan, and it says a date Tishrei later date, it's kosher. And Rav Amnuna says that's only by shtorei alva, documents of loans, but documents of sales, of buying, someone's buying a land, even if they late, that means if the sale happened in Nisan and the document says that he bought it in Tishrei, it's possible. What's the reason? Because we're choishesh, maybe he bought the land in Nisan, and in the document it says Tishrei. So again, Reuven is a seller. He owned the land, he sold Shimon on Nisan. And in the document it said that the sale was in Tishrei. So now Shimon's in the land, and now between Nisan and Tishrei, Reuven has money and he buys off Shimon back the land. And that was a deal that if he'll find money, he'll be able to buy it off him. And now Shimon says, I lost the document. And then so we write a new document, a shoiva or something, and then when it comes Tishrei, Shimon's going to say, "Oh, it's my land. Look, I have a document saying I bought this land on Tishrei, so it's my land." He says, "Oh, I have a shoiva from before that. That's earlier." So therefore, there is a chashash. So therefore, by shtar mekach memkara muchorim psulim. Said the Gemara, if so, by alva we should have the same chashash. Maybe the loan was in Nisan, and in the shtar it says Tishrei, and in between Nisan and Tishrei he paid off the choiv, and he asked back for his document, and he said he lost it, like we said before. So he said, okay, I lost the shtar, I'll give you instead a receipt that you pay me back in Iyah, between Nisan and Tishrei. And then when it comes Tishrei, the Malva will take out the document they never really lost and says, oh, you owe me money. Here, look, it says you took a loan on Tishrei. It'll come a month after Tishrei. And he'll say, it's a new loan. It's nothing to do with the shoiva that you have from an earlier date. So why over there we're not choishesh? Says the Gemara, the Rav Nuna holds that you don't write a shoiva on alva. On alva you don't write a shoiva, and therefore there's no such a chashash. If the Malva says I lost your document, okay, the loiva says I'm not paying you back. Only when you show me the document so I can tear it up, only then I'll pay you back. Let's read the Gemara weiter. Amar le Rav Yemar le Rav Kahana, v'amar le Rav Yirmiyah midif Rav Kahana, v'aidin de kasvinen shtar meuchar v'katvinen tavra. Amar le batar da amar lahu Rav Abba lesafre ki katvitu shtar meuchar katvu ani shtar dena lo bezman katvina la'achrinu v'katvunu. Amar le Rav Ashi le Rav Kahana, va'idna de lo kavdin anachi, bata da amar le Rav Safra le Safra ki katvinu ani tavre I aditu zim le deshtare katvu ilo katvu stama de cholem at enafik le Aryeh. Amar le Ravina le Rav Ashi, va'amar le Rav Ashi le Rav Kahana, va'idna de lo kavdin anachi. Amar le Rabbanan tkuni, tkini. Man David, man de lo David, David anavshei. So the Gemara says, so let's just get this cheshbon clear. If we are saying that if you write a shoiva, you can't have shtorim or chorim because then the guy could cheat. And if you don't write a shoiva, you could have shtoris that are written the wrong date to a later date. So says Rav Yemar to Rav Kahana, and some people say it's Rav Irmia from Difti to Rav Kahana. How is it that nowadays we do write late documents? I mean, a loan that happened in Nisan and it's written that happened in Tishrei, we say it's a kosher star. And we also give a receipt to the loiva if the malva lost the star. L'chera, we said that you can't work those two things together because it will come to a gneva. Said the Gemara that after that Rav Abba told his soifrim, the ones who write the documents for him, that when you write a document and you wrote the wrong date, instead of Nisan you wrote Tishrei, write in it that this was a star, wasn't on his time, it was a late star. And therefore, we're not choishish for this problem, because that's why we're not choishish, because since the star that happened, that the loan happened in Nisan, it says in Tishrei, in the star it says that this is a late star. So if he paid back between Nisan and Tishrei and the guy gave him a shoiva, because he said he lost the star, and later on he's going to take the star out and he's going to say this is a new loan, it says clearly in the star that this was a late alva, I mean that the date was a later date than the alva, and he's going to show his shoiva. And he's going to say, oh, okay, so the shoiva is for this star, and you won't able to charge twice. So Rav Ashi told Rav Kahana, but nowadays, we don't write that in the star me'ochel that was a late star. And we still give a shoiva, so the guy could charge twice. So the Gemara, that after Rav Safra told his soifa, when you write a receipt for the loiva, when the malva says he lost the star, if you know the time that was written in the star, that means that, let's say the loan was on Nisan, but you know that in the star was written Tishrei, write in the receipt, this is a loan for Nisan, but in the document, the original document, it said Tishrei, and therefore, if later on you bring out the star of Tishrei, he's going to have the receipt to show, look, I paid back this loan. Oh, it's a later date. Yeah, look, it says clearly in the shoiva that it said in the document Tishrei. And if you don't know what the date in the star was, just write a receipt without a date, meaning write a receipt. The loiva paid back £1,000 to the malva, and even if in a later date the malva is going to take out that star that says he owes him £1,000, look, here's the receipt, I paid you back the £1,000, and therefore there's no problem. So Ravina told Rav Ashi, and some people say that Rav Ashi told Rav Kahana, but nowadays we don't write like that. When we write a receipt, we write the date when he paid back. We don't leave an open receipt, and we do let shtorim or chorim to be kosher. How do we l'chorek come to a michshol? So he told him, Rabbanan made a takana to do it correct, like we said, or to write it in the star, or to write an open receipt, etc. So the one who follows, very good. The one who doesn't follow is his loss. Good for him. What can we do? Thank you very much. We'll continue soon.